In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all but
B. Watts, what's happening? I can't hear you.
Man, B. Watts gonna have to start this over, man. Hello, all the people out there in podcast land. B. Watts is doing the no talk. It's the no talk zone, baby. I get it. He's trying to, let us go by the lip sync. He's doing the Milli Vanilli tonight. He's gonna blame it on the rain, baby. Let's do what we gotta do. B. Watts, we gotta start this over again, baby. Make it do what it do. Start this over again if you can't get that sound right, because me and JR ready, baby. We still can't hear you.
I got my boots on the ground. I'm ready.
Sir, we still can't hear you. When you don't pay bills, that's what happens. Everybody else bills paid. But yours, we still waiting. But that's okay. You might he's getting it ready, folks. He's getting ready. We want to see everybody, for all the people out there, kick it to us and let us know where you are watching us from. I'm up here in the Maryland area. I know where my boy JR at. He up in Texas. Come on, hit it up, folks. Let us know where you're hitting us up at while B. Watts getting things straight now, because B. Watts gonna kick it tonight. Are you ready, Mr. B. Watts? Let us know. Mr. B. Watts ain't ready. It's mildew and barbecue, baby. You ain't hitting something right. It's one button you ain't hitting. It used to be mute, but it might be a little different for you. But whatever you're turning, you got us echoing.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear something now. We can hear. That's the B. Watts we know.
I don't know what's going on with that.
We know. The sound man gonna get fired.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh, what? Do I have a delay? It's not like I got a delay.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
I can hear the delay on my end, but you was talking for 5 minutes and nobody heard a word you said.
Probably the coldest introduction ever.
Oh, it was legendary.
I already know it was cold.
Hey, he got to do something with this.
Right. Wow, man, that. Hey, I still got to get it on. Hey, no, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know.
You got to fix that. You got to fix that. See, hear that?
Is that probably microphone feedback? That's what it sounds like.
No, it's saying it like twice. I think when B. Watts was turning his volume, when you can turn that volume up to such a level, it impacts how it comes across when people are talking. So whatever he was hitting, raising it up, the volume, he might have to turn it down some. Damn, you got a twin? You got two B. Watts now?
I had to switch over. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I tell you what, I'm just gonna close my laptop down.
Yeah. I can't hear you, B. Watts. Well, you working on my hours of operation, so you're doing pretty good. We on the clock now. We on the clock, so you working pretty good here.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. That sounds good. That's the B. Watts we know.
Damn.
All right. Hey man, y'all messed up my introduction, but guess what? Finna still do it. Finna show still do it. Finna still do it. Nah, I ain't got time. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes. I'm gonna get on with the show. I'm good. I got myself tomorrow. But anyway, as I was coming on, I was saying, I was trying to talk to everybody. I want to say appreciate everything that y'all have done so far for Sports Talk with B. Watts during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and everything. And especially want to thank my boy, Life in Football, Colin Moore. Colin Moore for supporting me last night, him along with his business partner. Appreciate them last night. But guys, let's move on to the show. Coach Brown said on the other day. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday, right? He said he got a proposal. He would like to play another team in his spring game. And when I was talking, y'all said you can hear me. I was asking a question: what team would you like to see Coach Prime and Colorado play during the spring game if he can make it happen? Well, he put out a tweet. Fran Brown, the head coach of Syracuse, said that Coach Prime will come to Colorado and play you for 3 days. But an hour later, a tweet came out again and said Coach Prime, that I don't got the guy's name, Carl Reed, said he made a phone call to Coach Prime. And he said, Coach Prime said, no, I want to play Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tarheels football team. And when I saw that, I said he was thinking the same thing I would like to see. Colin said, and his business partner said last night, they would like to see him play a HBCU school, somebody like Michael Vick or Jackson State, and somebody in the chat also said Alabama State. So, JR, if Coach Prime can pull this off, which team you would like to see him play in the spring game?
If he can pull it off, the team I would want him to play is the coach that he called for and the university he called for, University of North Carolina. For me, like Coach Prime, we know him as the player, we know him as the coach. This what he put out in that tweet, that's prime time right there. What Carl Reed put out, that's prime time. How can you make something big colossal? That's how you go about doing it. Coach Prime already gonna bring the prime effect, but you talking about taking something to the next level. You can't call for no other than Bill Belichick. He has dominated mainstream airways with the hire of Bill Belichick out in North Carolina, this, that, and the third. So from a marketing standpoint, that's genius by Coach Prime. And then from a professional standpoint, who knows how to do it better than Bill Belichick? That's something that they often do in the NFL. Teams will go down, they'll practice against each other, and then boom, they'll have their preseason game. So the mechanics and all the extra management of getting that coordinated, probably a little bit easier to do it with a coach that's already been there and done that. See you, Uncle Steve.
JR, you hitting it tonight. You hitting it tonight. I agree with you. And the reason I agree with it, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. When you add a dollar bill, you know his name is Bill for a reason. He generates money. He generates money. Dollar bill, and when you got a 24-year-old as a girlfriend, and you doing all that little yoga and all that other little stuff, oh, he batting 1,000. He batting 1,000. It would be monumental, and it's monumental because that's what people want to see. It's like a fight. If you're going to see a fight, you don't want to see no a Muhammad Ali against somebody who in a lightweight. You want to see heavyweight versus heavyweight. And that's what you'll be seeing. That's what the people want to see. And plus, this is what they do. It's nothing new for these two guys. And I really think both of them will get something out of it because of the fact that Coach Belichick will get to see, hey, how college things are ran with Coach Prime. And Coach Prime can get the certain things on how Coach Belichick is going to run his defense. He'll be getting those aspects because it'll help Livingston more than anybody. Because you can say whatever you want to. When it comes to defensive coach, Belichick can flat out coach. And he done gave his son a lot of skill sets too when it pertains to that. With all that being said, if we're looking at dollars, if we're looking at putting eyes on that TV, it's going to be Belichick. But if you're trying to do something and you're trying to do a cool thing, I would do Syracuse. And the reason I do Syracuse, because there's a young coach, Fran Brown, that's really doing it the right way. It'll really elevate Syracuse's program and put them in a great light with eyeballs on it. And it also keeps CU with eyeballs on it. And it'll be good to see Nick Williams. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah, I like that. That's the heavyweight. That's a heavyweight fight right there. You talking about Coach Prime and Bill Belichick. Look like the NCAA should have started that off with that of Georgia Tech. Anyway, they should have been looking. Soon Belichick signed. Oh yeah, Belichick, prime, first game. Let's go. I'm sorry, Georgia Tech, but we got to move you. But, and also, I'm going to stay right here on this subject. Can you imagine Jackson State coming to Colorado? The tailgate that would be going on, HBCU, and bring that Sunny Band up in there. Woo! But, look at him. Woo! Bunnies. Welcome, welcome to the black hole, baby. Hey, I'm just saying what Mike B said last night, bro. Can you imagine? Bro, can you imagine Jackson State coming or FIU coming to Colorado? Michael Vick? Bruh, come on, talk to me, JR. HBCU. We got to give them some love.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, to have the Sonic Boom up there at Folsom Field, if that was something that, they brought the band to, man, that'd be amazing. And then what a platform for TC Taylor and Jackson State University. That'd be an awesome platform to even further springboard that illustrious institution already. So any choice from an HBCU standpoint that's pushing something forward that I think as a black man and as a community, of black people, that's definitely something that you want to push forward. So I would love to see that as well. I don't know as far as like cost effective, how that goes typically in a normal, regular season matchup. The university that's hosting the smaller school is paying that university to go there. So I don't know if that will still stand true in a scrimmage kind of situation. Maybe Jackson State would have to foot the bill, or Norfolk State have to foot the bill for themselves over that amount of time. So I don't know if that makes dollars and cents for that university at that point in time, but it would definitely grow, the attention and the eyeballs for a specific amount of time for an event like that. So,
Steve, you down there in Mississippi. What about Jackson State?
Let me put it this way. You might as well just fly the band up. That's all you need to do. because back in the old days, once the band stopped playing, so it was time to go home, man. We went to the park, and people went to the parking lot, got their drink on or whatever they wanted to do, got ready to go, getting ready to eat, go party, and go and head to the house because football is a little different because it was all about the band. The band made the game, unless it was the championship games. But with that being said, it'll be a great opportunity to get those Jackson State, especially coming off the Celebration Bowl win. It'll be perfect. You're coming off a championship, the camaraderie, the coaches getting back together. And also it'll give them an opportunity for some of those players at JSU to see where they match up with against one of the players, against the players at Colorado. So it's perfect for the HBCU players because some of them really think, man, I can play at that next level. And then you'll get an opportunity and you can see the difference because I'll give you an example, man. I was watching Seton and Barnes beside each other. Man, it's different. It's different when you look at bodies, boy. That's what you look at, NFL type bodies. You go HBCUs, you have some big guys, but it's a difference. You can see the difference on it. So with all that being said, it's a great opportunity. I would like it, but if it's for Colorado, they need to make sure they're doing advancing with that North Carolina to make that money.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Appreciate that take on that. Y'all tuning in right now, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Now, also, Coach Prime said in the presser, he got 2 new coaches that's coming in, and we gonna like it. Well, I looked at well off today, and I saw this. I'm not saying he on staff, but I saw what I saw, JR. I said I saw what I saw. And when I looked at him, and I looked at back with Tom Brady was playing, these 2 guys look alike. This guy and his quarterback coach in Tampa Bay, And in the video, he was holding a play chart. Freeze the video. I should have captured that part. He was holding a play chart. I'm not breaking news. I don't know. I'm just saying I saw what I saw. And they asked Coach Prime in that presser, can you tell us the two who you got? And Coach Prime said, I don't have to tell us that. You just see it, you see it. Don't use my word. But hey, I saw what I saw. And that looked like Brian Leftwich to me. Is he? Remember Thursday, I told you and Greg, I said we need a quarterback coach. Pat Sherman concentrating on K-Soft. Pat Sherman concentrating on Juju. They just throw Ryan Stop and the other guy and the other three to the side. Y'all remember me saying that? Yeah. I said they need another coach in that room. He trying to get his playbook because really, Pat Sherman on the clock. He ain't got to. Bro, I ain't saying Coach Prime to even saying it. Listen, hear me. Listen now. Just listen to me. When I take that, Coach Prime, I take that back. He ain't on the clock. I take that back. Let me move on. Listen, but still, though, you understand what I'm saying. Coach Prime stood up at that meeting and said, come on up here, Pat Sherman, talk to the players because you getting ready. He said, Pat Sherman has been a head coach, and if he do what they expect him to do this year, he probably get another chance. Robert Lewis, come on up. I got to get you ready. I know this probably going to be your last year. I already know you're going to be gone. Well, like I said, JR, I saw what I saw. And my cataract, it might be coming, but it ain't came yet, Steve. So when you look at and listen to Coach Prime, he said he got two. Which two position coaches you think Coach Prime gonna try to fill, and who would you like to see them fill that position? You started off, JR, then Steve.
B Watch one, let me give you your praise right now, because he always say, man, y'all don't never say what B Watch said. I said this. You right, B Watch. You said it Thursday. You said it to me and Greg. They need a quarterback's coach. And you have revealed a potential candidate as a quarterback coach that was in the facility, that was holding the play sheet. You're right, B Watch, look, you're right, man. The quarterbacks need to be developed. QB Select, he not there no more. QB Select was a part of Shador. That was a company that they started together to progress forward. So Darryl is not there. If you're going to bring in somebody and bring in a person of Byron Leftwich stature, a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator who has himself had a long NFL career, and then went on to be a great play caller, getting a team to the Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl with the Hall of Fame quarterback in Tom Brady. I mean, what more can you ask for when you talk about experience, when you talk about professionalism as Byron Leftwich? And I believe he was linked to the team, maybe a year ago or the first year when they got there and they were early on in recruiting and things like that. So the relationship is there with Coach Prime and Byron Leftwich. So I'm gonna give you your flowers. B Watts called it out. Y'all heard me say it publicly. He said it. But then the second part of the question, B Watts, you said the other room that I would probably look for somebody. For me, it would be the linebacker room. I often see, no disrespect to Coach Hart, but I often see him coaching, or at least in the frames that they show, there's no other coach with him. So I don't know, they could be maximizing that room with another coach in there. I don't want to start no rumors, but a name like Ray Lewis that is looking to get in the coaching atmosphere, I think that'd be a great hire for that linebacker room, man, to put some experience down. I mean, we saw the improvement of the linebackers, not just simply off of play and schematics, but by having another voice in that room last year with Coach Hilo and Coach Hart. So you spot on quarterback room, and then my second one to add on would be the linebacker room. Mr. You, Uncle Steve.
Man, you did a good job. But people out there in the chat, do me a favor. Just go and put in there, B Watch, you was right, because it makes him feel good. Boy, it's like his boo rubbing the back of his head. It makes him feel good. If you just put in the doggone comments, B Watch, you right. Because that's what he want to hear. But when you talk about behind Leftwich, man, you talk about a dude that played 10 seasons in the NFL. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers team, and he also was the coach when it pertained to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had over 10,532 yards passing in his career. He was a front runner to be the head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they went in another direction. And he coached the GOAT, Tom himself, Tom the Great, Tom Brady. So when you're looking at something like that, it's a great opportunity for both. What it does is what I think Coach Prime don't get enough credit for. Coach Prime is forward thinking. He's looking at replacements. You always want to make sure I want to take care of this room, but if this room, someone were to leave out of this room, I got somebody who's going to replace them, and that the quarterbacks that's coming in, the Juju that's there, Jujus, and the new 2026s that's coming in, 2027 quarterbacks. Oh yeah, I want to be there. That's the coach I want to be under. So it's going to help you in recruiting. Let's go in another direction. This is something that I can see too. I can see Mr. Ed Reed. People like, well, why you say Ed Reed? If Livingston is going to be leaving one day, you would think that you would want to Ed Reed back there with those defensive backs and everything to say, okay, if somebody's going to move up, you still got your defensive backs taken care of back there. You got Mathis who will be there if he decides to move up, or if you're talking about anyone else. You always want to make sure you cover those bases, and it also provides Ed Reed an opportunity to keep that limelight on it, because what you don't want is Ed Reed. The longer you're out, the longer people gonna start. Your name becomes, people ain't. It becomes silent. If he's there with Warren Sapp and with the rest of the group, it's like, hey, it rejuvenates him. He's with a defense. That defense is back there doing great things, and all it's gonna do is put him up to the front. But my man, it's only one dude, man, for me. That's Ray Lewis. I don't care what nobody say. Give me Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray changes things. And he would definitely help that linebacker room, because I don't think, me personally, I would really want them to put some more emphasis to help Coach Hart out, because he over there coaching, man. I'm watching Coach Hart, boy. Coach Hart got a nice size room, and it's so much you can do, because it's the people on the third and fourth depth chart. They're going to need somebody over there with them going through things, which they have somebody. They have an assistant, which I see, but it's nothing like having someone with more experience in there, and that get the guys more attention to the guys. When you bring a Ray Lewis in there, people open their eyes up. People writing stuff down because he gathers that attention. It's just mind-blowing. But that's just me, B-Watch. But you were right, B-Watch, and we're back to you because you were right once.
He said once. Yeah, right. Every time I owe my mom. Check this out. Coach Prime also went on and said, JR, in his presser, I can say it. He said, I know they tried to come at my defense coordinator, but also they tried to come at my defensive back coach too, Kevin Mathis. But they just don't know. They got to come more than with a bag. It's 20-year relationship. But Steve, I appreciate that and JR, but I got a song that I want to play. It was for Steve introduction. But hey, I give my own self flowers because I'm smooth like that. I'm smooth as Tennessee whiskey. I was going to introduce Steve with that, but my sound man messed up. I'm smooth like that. Miss Eloise, I'm smooth like that. Check this out, man. Also, let's move on to the next thing. What I want to talk about. Here we go right here. All right? Just a question I want to ask you. I forgot to put my stuff up. I don't know why. So I need my laptop. Here we go right here. JR, has Coach Prime going into his third season exceeded your expectations so far at CU? That goes for you, the chat, and Uncle Steve.
Simply put, yes, BYC, he has exceeded my expectations of what the program is looking like. Look, he came in and you got to think he had to retransform a program that was lying dormant for over 20 years. That's no easy feat. And more often not, in our own community, we expect immediate success. And Coach Prime expected that of himself. He's come in, he's holistically changed that program around. We talking about all the way from the chef to the general manager of the team. So he's re-energized that institution, re-energized that fan base. You can see it with the numbers, especially the first year. They were through the roof, astronomical, even though they went 4-8. Still had a high calling when it came to viewership for the program. And then you look at what he's done with the players. First year, behind the power curve when it came to recruiting guys in. But the guys that he brought with him from Jackson State that he already had trust in helped turn around that program in an expedient manner for year 2 to go 9-4 overall. So the expectations that Coach Prime has put out, for me, he has clearly exceeded. So I'm happy with the direction of the program. But ultimately, I mean, Coach Prime, he's a good dude. And he's doing a great job, not to mention all the money he putting in them CU boosters' pocket around there. They making a lot of money off of Coach Prime, and they need to pay that man appropriately. It's to you, Uncle Steve.
Well, JR, you just nailed it. But all I can tell you is this one here. CU reminds me of Otis on The Temptation when David Ruffin was talking to him. Ain't nobody come to see CU. If you look at it, they was 0-11. Ain't nobody come to see no CU. People wasn't even talking about CU no more. CU wasn't even a football program no more. They were talking about CU basketball team, the men's and the women's basketball team. CU became irrelevant. When you're 1-12 and nobody talks about you and they saying you that's the worst football they've ever seen, and this is coming from your alumni. Now, and this the next thing, they recruiting to such a level that people at CU expect this now. You know, that's what the Prime effect is. He's doing things at such a high level, and Coach Prime is doing something like Frank Sinatra. He's doing it his way. And that's where it goes. It ain't the fact that he's copying somebody. Oh, Coach and Frank, he should be playing Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. and that's what you should do. You should let folks know that's what he's done. And this is the best thing about Coach Prime. The grades, kids are actually going to school. Kids are actually getting good grades. Kids are actually getting an education. And what you also have is, I remember CU back in the day. CU had some, they weren't criminals, but they showed, you know, CU was a little loose back in the day when it came to them, their reputation. CU didn't have such a great reputation back in the day, Haynes. But what I like now, they have young men that are in there now that are really representing that university. Now, when you hear me say at one time, CU back, don't go, that's not everybody. It was a few players on CU team. The majority of the team were good kids. But when you have a few bad apples, everybody get lumped in. But with Coach Prime, you're not seeing it. He's going to get rid of you before you become a bad apple. So with that being said, he has exceeded expectations. And the key is this. Coach Prime is a CEO. He knows how to build. It ain't just a football team. He builds businesses. He builds brands. He knows how to do it. And he's a leader amongst men. So he has exceeded my expectations. I go and say to Coach Prime, job well done. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah, he done did a good job, JR and Steve. You got to like the way he building this team. I know that first year we thought You know, we were trying to move a little bit fast when they jumped off in them first 3 wins, and we thought the expectation going to be higher. But he kept telling us it's going to take time. It's going to take time. I'm coming. We coming. Don't let me get comfortable. Don't let me get comfortable. He about to get comfortable. He about to get comfortable. And last year, he took the team, what? They won 9 games. Should have been 1 or 2 more, but still they ended up winning 9 games. And saying all of that, when you look at the, I think it was Reach the People today, the coaches was up talking. And one of the things that I noticed about a coach when he got up to talk, it was that wide receiver coach, Coach Phillips. I don't know if y'all saw that. He was grading his players. And when I paused it and I freeze that thing, and I think the highest grade you can get is a 5 for his wide receiver room. And the grades that I don't saw so far that he was giving them, and on to the right, he asked the players to grade themselves. But on the left is where he graded them. The highest number you can get is a 5. Draylon Miller, he gave him a 4. Isaiah Hardge, he gave him a 4. Terrell Timmons, he gave him a 4. Somebody named Taggart, I couldn't see the last name, but he number 32, he gave him a 4. JoJo Williams, a 3. Cam Michael, a 3. Q Gibson, a 3. Farrakhan, a 3. Well, that goes back to the press conference. And I might ask y'all this question. You can give your own answer because it's your answer. When you look at that wide receiver room, it's some new playmakers are emerging. And when you look at well off, they are often showing them. One of the players that I noticed that making his way, and he's going to be a household name, is a playmaker that emerging, Isaiah Hardge. And Q Gibson. He's a freshman, but he's dynamite. He's the best player out of Texas. And Mr. Fig last night said, I started him out the gate, B. Watts. I said, dog, boy. He said, I'll be doing bubble screen. I'll be doing sweeps. I'll be doing everything with it. That boy gonna make a difference. Can you imagine? Mr. Figs said this. K-Sauce, taking that ball, taking it, and hitting Quinn Gibson in a slam. Well, today, I saw a video. I saw the same play. Shout out Mike Big. I saw the same play. And this pass was from Stubbs.
Oh, get out of there. Go, Steve. Yeah, what I tell you. Hey, what I tell you. You just said it too. Way better. Let's go. Yeah, Q.
JR, some new players are emerging. Talk to me, my brother. Who are the new players, playmakers, that are emerging in your eyesight?
I mean, look, let me start with my boy from Texas, Q from 6. I mean, the Q for 6, I don't know if people know that. The 6 is for touchdowns, because that's what he scored. We talk about 40-plus touchdowns, 6A classification football. So I just want to make sure I throw Texas in there. Shout out to Houston, Texas, my hometown. But he's from that Fort Worth area. And the young man, like you said, B. Watts, he's dynamite. So him making an impact and getting on the field early, that's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see. And a lot of those guys that's graded at 3, I mean, Q for 6, Quinn Gibson, he might be at a 4 next time the coach give out that grade. Yeah. He's hungry to be on the field because you got to think. And I want to say Coach Dre said this Sunday when Coach Dre, Colin Moore, and his business associate was on. I want to say Coach Dre said this. You got to think these young men have been used to being superstars on their team. We're talking about max prep freshman of not freshman of the year, high school player of the year for Quinn
Right.
Gibson. So
Right.
he's not shying away from the opportunity to be on the field. His expectation is, I know I'm good at football. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna show you how good I am at football, and I'm gonna compete to get on the field. And then Isaiah Hardge, man, he looked like a player, huh? The way he built, man, the way, wearing his uniform, he looked like a player. You can tell that program being at CU for, I think it's 3 years now he's been in the program, but he's probably like a sophomore, maybe got redshirted that first year. But he's been in a weight room program for 3 years. His body is filling out well. We've seen him in spurts and some gadget plays here and there, but a utility guy that when Coach Prime asked him to do the multiple things as far as wearing a gray jersey the year prior, he did that. And I'm excited to see that they're allowing him to focus on one side of the ball so he can truly show his talents and be utilized on the field the proper way. So I'm with you, B. Watts. Those two guys right there, Isaiah Hardge and Quentin Gibson, Q from 6. Shout out to Texas one more time. They some guys that I'm looking for them to do some big things for the program this year.
Boy, what JR? They gonna do some big things, but the only thing I would add to yours is this: to get that 4 and 5 from Coach Phillips, Q gonna have to block. That means that body he gonna have to get a little bigger, dog. Because Coach Phillips don't go on there just touching somebody. Coach Phillips wants you to engage and block. I mean, put hands on somebody. So that's going to take him some time. Now, explosiveness, oh my goodness. I like what that person, Miss Terry just said. Cam, I am. You can say, y'all can say whatever you want to. Mr. Michael is explosion in a bottle. So I look for him to really do some great things. And what I like about it is this here. You can see that Coach Phillips is really putting some coaching in with it to get him to be more advanced. He has all the skill set in the world. It's now working on his technique. The other one I'm telling you is Farrakhan, man. You can say whatever you want to. Farrakhan is smooth. Farrakhan is one of them guys that you like, man, he does all you're gonna say is that dude does everything right, man. He's probably gonna be faster than Weaver, but he like Weaver, man. Weaver was there. Weaver just did everything right. He carried himself the right way. He said the right things. He made plays each and every week. He wasn't no rah-rah guy, blah, blah, blah. All he did was make plays. I see that in Farrakhan, and I like it. I like professionals. He's the kind of guy. Farrakhan really, to me, is the only person right now that I see that every game you're going to get the same thing every game. And people are like, well, what you mean by that? One game, Q probably get a game, he'll get 160 yards because he done hit them holes and gone. Next game, you might not know he even on the field because of the fact that teams are going to scheme up ways, his size and stuff like that, and they're going to start putting hits on him. But those type things, that's what I'm talking about. Farrakhan just seemed like one of them dudes. Every game, I think you know what you're going to get, and that's what's going to keep him at the top of the chart. Back to you, B. Watts.
Hey, Coach Pollard did his press conference today with the special team also. He called out 3 names. He called out Q Gibson. He called out Isaiah Hardge. And he called out Farrakhan. He said those guys will probably be on the punt return. And then he said he looking at Cam McHale for the kickoff return because he remembered that 10-5 speed and the 100 in high school. And he is eager to see what he can do on that field. And he also talked about the kickers. He said, what you call that kicking kickoff through the goal post. So, JR, when you see the new kickoff team, what do you want to see from your kickers this year? Special team.
I want to see the big boot. I want to see it out the end zone, baby. Like, look, it ain't no reason, especially in the altitude of Colorado, there ain't no reason for us not to have no doggone touchbacks. But even more important, when we're on the road, that is an advantage that you can really, really utilize when it comes to field position and having that dominant, what we expect to be a dominant defense out there, not playing on a short field because we done gave up a lot of yards on a kickoff return or a punt return or something like that. So to me, that's a big thing. That's a big thing because we played at a little bit of a disadvantage when we couldn't get it out the end zone on kickoff. So our defense came out there. Teams was usually starting on like their own 35. And that's a disadvantage. We can't have that. So the big boot, that's what I want to see, B. Watts. I want to see it out the end zone every time, goddamn. Look, I might actually get some seats behind the goalpost this year because usually I'm at like the 40, 30-yard line. I ain't like B. Watts. I can't be on the 50. I ain't got that type of bread. But I'm like at the 30, 40.
Oh, dear. We got to be on that 50 in front row, big dog. You can't get all the way up there, bro.
But look, if they putting it out the end zone, maybe I catch me one of the things at Folsom Field behind that goalpost. But it's for you, Uncle Steve.
JR, when you put it that way, if we're talking about competing for the Big 12, special teams is going to be a big part of it. You see the excitement and the Coach Pollock's eyes when he's talking about that special teams now. When you know you got a kicker that you ain't got to worry about it, that he going to boot it out there 91 or 99% of the time, man, that's a good feeling. You know you ain't getting no returns for touchdowns or return to the 50. So that keeps the ball on their side of the field, which is an advantage for CU for their defense. It's just a good tool that they have and something you don't have to worry about when it pertains to the special teams. What you also have is this one here. Man, Buck and Mata, it's going to be pretty exciting because if Buck kicking that ball the way he's doing it, when he getting up there, he's like, hey, who you going to put in there? who you going to put in there? You got to ask yourself. If the boy got the leg like they say he got the leg, man, I'm sorry. That's my man in 50 grand unless he booting to the right or to the left. Mod is automatic, which is a beautiful thing. But hey, I'm looking at big picture. If you saying it's competition, let the best man win. Back to you, B. Wise.
Yeah. But he also said they asked him the same thing. He said model man. He said model gonna be his 40-yard and closer. He said that ain't gonna change. And they set Buchanan down and they explained it to him. He said he was all right with it. So yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Vickers. He had surgery. I'm just going by what they said in the press conference. You know they ain't gonna turn that model is automatic, Steve, from 40 yards. He ain't meant for what? He meant one field goal last year?
Yeah, we get well, I would just say one because the other one, that wasn't Martin's fault on that one, but that one that was blocked, he missed one that was his responsibility. But with that being said, all I'm saying is competition. I go on Mata. Mata does an outstanding job, but I want to have it where Mata got pressure. His pressure is he got somebody behind him that if he kicking that ball low, give me Buck. Because Buck gonna put it through there. So that's all I'm saying. Mata is gonna be fantastic. I love it when you're 98% that you're gonna get it through there. But I want competition, and that's what Coach Prime told us. Everybody is on there gonna compete for a job, and that's all I'm saying. Mata's fine. He does what he's supposed to do. All he does is make it. If it's 40 and under. So that's
just don't miss, Mom. Don't get it blocked, Mom. Just don't get it blocked. That's all I got to say. In the heat of the moment, you 10 and 13, you don't miss two. Shoot. Yeah, Coach, man, you for Coach Brown hand. Look at him. The quarterback position. I was gonna start out without y'all, but hey, we gotta talk about it. Juju look good. K Salter look good. I hate to say it, y'all. The video that I saw today, I take that back. I don't hate to say it. Start looking good. He only throw by one bad pass, but the other started ripping that thing. Now ain't no pressure on him, but still, here go Juju. Smooth, effortless. Draylon flash across him. He bailed out. I'm trying to figure why he didn't throw the ball on the cross. Was his vision or was he covered? I keep trying to tell y'all about the wide receivers having trouble get off the line of strength. He didn't throw it to his first one, JR. He bailed out. Whenever you want to look at the difference of the quarterback, and I'm finna show you, Juju used his feet well in the pocket, and that's a plus to buy himself time to get that ball out. Watch it one more time. He didn't throw it at the first one when number 6 crossed by. He waited till he got to the third one when he rolled out. I don't know if you saw it when he flashed across the first time, but that's a plus still. He got good feet work, like I say, and he got a strong arm, and he got a quick release. Can't stop. So you can't stop. Okay, I ain't talking to Steve or JR. I'm going to talk to the people who tuned in. I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the panel. K Salter, when he ain't belling out, y'all. He looking to do what? What his first step, 3 steps? He had to think about that thing. Nah, I better not take off. Let me work on my passing skill. I'm trying to tell you that when he get in the game. He used to getting up out of there. He ain't gonna take no sack, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that. He looking forward to get up out of there, but he thought about it. He said, "Now let me go and throw it. I'm gonna save everything I got for Georgia Tech, and I'm gonna all over the place." Yeah, yeah. Hey, JR, I had this song for your introduction, but I'm gonna play it for K Salter. Put them boots down. Oh, they got that cowboy. He got that cowboy. Hey, K Salter gonna make him get up out of them seat and put them boots on the ground. Put them boots. He gonna put them boots on the ground at the show. Watch how they put. Well, I'm finna get up out of there. Now I'm going through it. That linebacker come up if you want to. But I like both quarterbacks. But Star looking good now. I don't know if y'all saw the video. Star looking real good. Talk to him about the quarterback room. I know we talk about it all the time. You probably won't say the same thing. But hey, they bringing in a look like I saw what I saw. Quarterback coach coming in.
Yeah, look, after 5 days, especially, look, we've all seen the videos. I think the first one of Juju maybe looked like a little design rollout a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have no insider in the building. I'm just going for what my eyes see. But it looked like a little bit of a design rollout and things like that. So I'm thinking that's maybe why he didn't get to Draylon Miller in that first window. Or it could have just been the pressure got to him and he didn't feel comfortable sticking in there and he had to roll out. So, but the thing is, he made a great decision to let me get to a platform where I can actually get the ball off. So that's good. And then with K Salt, what I saw was the experience. You see quarterback going up in the pocket. To me, I looking to run. To me, I see quarterback climbing the pocket. Okay, I can run, but let me get it downfield. So that goes to that experience of being able to better manage a pocket and things like that. That comes with 4 or 5 years playing football. And then for Mr. Staub, look, he's been in the system at CU for 3 years, been with Pat Shermer for 2 years. He got that playbook down pat. So he should know hot read, where I'm looking at, which route is going to be open. He knows that. He knows the tendencies of the receivers he's throwing to outside of some of the new guys, but he knows the tendencies of number 32. He knows the tendencies of O. He knows the tendencies of Terrell Timmons because those were the guys he worked with last year. So for him, it should be a little less effortless. He should just go out there, boom, boom, let it rip, and look real good doing it. And that's what I see from Staub. So all of the quarterbacks, they look very good from the tape that has been put out and shown. But you can see that experience from K-Salt. He climbed up in that pocket. He let it rip downfield, and that's what we want to see. You get more yards getting it downfield, and then you get, running the ball majority of the time, y'all. This to you, Uncle Steve.
Well, I appreciate that, JR. But what I like is what I'm seeing competition. I'm seeing a group that, regardless of who's in there, your offense will move. And that's what you want. They're going to move the ball. This is the most important thing, B. Watson, I think people do need to recognize is this. Now you're finally seeing what happens when a quarterback check down. When he's not looking for the long ball, he realizes that 3 yards to 5 yards is just important as trying to get that 50 down the field, because if you don't get that 50, you got a sack. If you get that 3 to 5, it provides you an opportunity to get that first down, and that's what you're looking for. So with that being said, I will always go and tell people I love the competition. I love what they're doing, and it puts a smile on my face to see that the future is bright in Colorado, because you're providing Juju an opportunity. Like you said, JR, he's working with the groups he's going to be working with the next 3 to 4 years. And that's beautiful for Colorado. And congrats. And people always want Staub to go somewhere. Let me educate y'all a little bit on something. Staub, if you listen to him, he did a video a while back. Staub is telling folks, he's at CU a lot for his education. He loves Colorado, and he plans on whatever his career field is. That's what he plans on, doing. So, them kids, man, when Colorado's in your blood and that's what you're there for, whether he start or not start, he loves it. And when he gets the opportunity, he's going to do his thing. So, back to you, B.Y.
That's a good take, Steve. Hey, Stars ain't going nowhere. I don't think that many people going there, but man, they like it there. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Ask me how many people still stuck in that portal. There's a lot of folks stuck in there. Look at that. Coach Gerard talked today about the offensive line also, about the progress of Jordan Seaton. Say he want to learn, he want to know everything. Say he asked some questions about, hey, how did I perform today? And I'm telling y'all, I know we can pencil in Jordan Seaton. Zion Chrysler, I'm ready to pencil him in at that right guard, buddy. Hey, big boy ain't playing up in there, man. Hey, what you think about the progress, JR?
Look, we ain't got to use no pen. Can we get some tattoo ink for Jordan Seaton? I mean, he in there. It don't matter what you say. Jordan Seaton in there. You tattoo that on the script.
I think they gave him the day off today.
Yeah, Coach Prime said he had something with his back. That's what he said in the press conference. So, just letting him rest, letting that back rest, because you need him down the stretch definitely for the rest of the spring so he can get his work in. But for Chrysler, a young man looking for an opportunity, he's hungry. He's hungry. So that's a good thing. You want to go out there and you want to show your worth to a team. You're coming in as a new player. You definitely want to show your worth. You want to know, hey, I ain't to be played with. For me as a fan, I'm probably like a lot of people. I got a little buyer's remorse. We seen this from a certain player last year. Came in, looked good on a few tapes and stuff like that. And then the season started, and we like, whoa, where's this guy? Where the guy we thought that we was getting? So as a fan, simply as a fan, y'all, don't beat me up in the chat. I got a little buyer's remorse. I want to see a little bit more. But what I do see early is promising. This to you, Uncle Steve.
Well, you all right. You all right. You always trust but verify. But what I'm going to do is this here, B. Watts. I'm just going to go with Mr. Zy Chrysler. This guy was a senior at Illinois. And on
Right.
his senior year, and people like, well, if it's his senior year, why is he still playing? Well, he's still playing because he was a JUCO his first year. He did JUCO his first year. And that young man's from Mississippi, Crystal Springs, Mississippi, 6'6", 335 pounds. He's bigger now. He's a two-time All Big Ten. That lets you know, two-time All Big Ten. When was the last time we had anybody on the offensive line big anything? So you also have it with this joker, Mr. Chrysler. He played 12 games last season for Illinois. He had 6 at right guard and 6 at right guard. He has 30 career starts. What you need to know is this here. What kind of smile did that offensive line coach have on his face when he was talking about it? Look at the words he was saying about a dog. He's a dog. He's like a dog. He didn't just say he a dog. He said he a dog. You know. So the excitement in the air about these guys, them saying, not only the excitement, you see the productivity when you're watching the film. And if people are like, oh, that's just well off. Well, if you just think it's well off, go and Google, because everybody on here, that's all, they can Google. Go do 2024 at Illinois for the young man, and you're going to see something. Somebody always think they funny, boy, on this one here for your Danny House, whatever's going on there. But with that being said, I will put it this way. You also have it when the excitement came back, it was for this man. He's called the Seaton Express. 6'5", 285, IMG, 5-star left tackle. He's a freshman. You look at it, he was the Big 12 freshman of the year, freshman All-American, offensive tackle on 3, 24/7 sports, PFF. He played all 13 games for 2024 season. He started the most games as a true freshman in CU history. Hear me what I'm saying. And he's the third player to start every game in his freshman season at CU. And he was the highest graded offensive tackle in pass protection with at least 100 snaps by PFF with a 75.3. That's the Seaton Express. And what the coach said about him, he's mature amongst his years. He always wants to improve, and he requests feedback. What else do you have to say other than I want to get on the Express, baby? If I'm riding the Seaton Express all the way to the championship. And that's what you need to say. And something else I will say that they did say, which I think, if y'all don't think IMG, we ain't got a bid at IMG, all he said, those coaches, Cash and the Seaton Express, day one, when they get to that university, they're ready to play. And if you're seeing that, you're looking at Merritt and McPherson, day one, when they get there, they're ready to play. That's a key. When you're talking to these kids, and I'm going to tell you, you can't get a better recruiter than this. We only look for high school players that can play right now. Wow. People normally talk about, see, that should be the pitch for Colorado, period. We only looking for high school players that can play right now, because that excludes a whole lot of players. I hate to tell you, that's 4-star, 5-stars. It excludes a whole lot of them. It goes to players that are ready now. And when you're recruiting and you can hit that pitch, bye-bye. Right. And I'll have something else to say about the importance of Jordan Seaton and Chrysler later, because when you watch Warren Sapp, and you heard him say, night-night, the reason he said that is because Jordan Seaton and Chrysler wasn't blocking.
Yeah.
Back to you, B. Watts.
I thought the same thing. Hey, I said, I don't know if he trying to, Sam said, night-night. Oh, I already know that's over there. I said, yeah, look who blocking. look who blocking. Well, man, you thought, hey, I saw the same thing, Steve. What y'all coming out that end 500 miles an hour? I said, dog, then he did it again. Said, night-night. I said, man, then I looked at Sue blocking. I said, no wonder you said night night. Like you said, hey, that season special one over there. That's why he did that. But look, when you're looking at the tight ends, I don't know y'all been watching closely. They throwing that ball to him. And the running back room, JR, now myself out there toting that thing, according to the videos. That's who they showing. Him and Charlie, they out there getting down, according to well off and reach the peak. They picking up their blocks, they catching the ball out of the backfield, and they hitting them holes running 900. Now, I don't know if it's going to translate to the game one, but according to reach the people, well off media, that number 7, who I once again told you, gonna be the feature back when this game season starts. And Charlie, you keep counting him out if you want to, but I'm trying to tell you, he gonna get some burn this year. Talk to me about your running back room, JR. Since you say they gonna run the ball this year.
Look, look, are you trying to get me to say you was right twice in 2 nights? I ain't going down that route. Look, I ain't doing it, y'all.
I'm just looking at the videos. You and Craig, y'all was on me Thursday. I said, let me tell y'all something. Marshall Faulk gonna identify a running back that play and look like him. And the first thing you got to do, you got to be able to block.
Yeah, absolutely. You partially right, B. Watts. I saw some of the same video of number 7 having a big run. I also saw on that same video he didn't find a hole as well. So I'm just saying.
Shot fired. Look at Steve. No, don't go out the picture, Steve. No, ain't no time to lie. He had to throw that in there, man.
I'm just saying.
This man catching the ball. He's running the ball. He's running with the one.
Look, you play that clip another 2 to 3 minutes, he get that ball, and then you like, man, did he not see the hole? So look, hey, 2 things can be true at the same time. And
he trying to throw
shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Charlie, man. But I'm keeping real with you. I ain't trying to see no Charlie highlights. I'm just not trying to see it.
Okay, time.
I'm not trying to see
it. Time out. Why wouldn't Charlie? If he looking good and he running, he ain't losing no yards. He going far. I mean, what he doing? What can IA do better than Charlie? Except run a little fast.
Exactly. He break one. So
Charlie, look at Steve. Steve, don't do that. Look. Charlie gonna pick up the blitz. He know the offense, and I keep trying to tell you about the offense that run that same offense. He gonna pick up the blitz. I tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. Look at Steve. Hey, we get drunk tonight, man. We'll get drunk tonight together, man.
Can be a very good scout player, give us some looks, all of the stuff that they do for players that's on the roster. I'm not trying to see no Charlie highlights because we playing Georgia Tech. Charlie get that ball. And Charlie ain't breaking no 45, 55 yards. It's just not happening. Give me some guys that got some wheels and some strength behind them and all that other good stuff. Put those running backs in the best situations to pick up blocks and catch the ball out of the backfield and all that stuff. Charlie looked good last year in the spring till he got hurt. Look, salute to Charlie. He is going to be a dentist, I believe. That young man's going to be a doctor. He not going to be nobody's running back. So we don't need Charlie sitting there breaking those long runs, and we all mesmerized by the runs he breaking in spring practice. Now, if Charlie so happened to get on the field in the season and he breaking 60 yards, I sit here and eat my words. as a fan, I'm not trying to see Charlie, but salute to him. 1,000 yards still coming in the form of a running back, B. Watts. Whether it's 23 or 7, but I think it's going to be IA. That's just me. But remember, y'all, B. Watts the one that said IA going to hit the portal. I'm not misquoting you, am I, B. Watts?
Hey, that's what it looks like. Hey, according to the video, I ain't inside the building. I ain't seen that many videos on IA. He made a block today, that's about it.
Oh, no, it's not in that video. It's you, Uncle Steve.
Hey, you think we got IA on this doggone podcast up there talking or something, but that's something different. Now
Hey,
JR.
Hey, JR, on the day, he been talking 15 minutes. Hey, last Thursday, we couldn't get him to say that because he ain't did his homework. Ain't did no research or no nothing. But I'm going to let him cook tonight, though.
Hey, I have to disagree with the JR on this one here when it comes to Charlie. Charlie Wilson stays on my top list. I don't care what you say. He stays on my top list. When I'm listening to music, Charlie Wilson is always on that list of my music I listen to. Now on the field, I would say this one here. You need Charlie's though. You can say whatever you want to. You need a running back there that runs hard all the time, that puts pressure on those other running backs who want to come through there. It's a light day today. I'm just going to take it easy. You cannot take it easy in that running back room because I can guarantee you, not only they showing you Charlie, why haven't they showed us Brandon Hood? It's the reason. Why ain't they showed us Welch? Them boys running hard. So Well-Off does a good job, and Reese, they do a good job of hiding people. You ain't seen nothing of David Swain. I'm just telling you, they got dogs, man, and they're doing a good job of keeping people away from players they don't want you to touch. I'm just telling you this one here. I love Charlie. I love what he brings. He's one of their own. He's one of Colorado's own. You need that. You need that excitement in that room because everybody else might take a day off. I can promise you this. This is one thing I can say about Charlie. Charlie will never take a day off. And you love those players because it keeps your practice at a high level. So I'm Charlie, 10 toes down for Charlie. But when the game starts, we're going to start with 7 and 23 and Hood and Micah, and Charlie can come clean up. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah, that's a good take. That's a good take. I think he's running with the scout team, trying to get that first team defense together. But he looking good. He looking good. Got a super chat. Appreciate your sis. She's once again. She always says she don't turn on me, but whenever she send a super chat, she turn on me just to show it 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna send it back to you though. No B Watts on Charlie. I'm with JR on this one. I'm gonna send it right back to you, Miss Smith. She'll turn on them, brother. She'll turn on. I thought look at her. She said we can use him in the fourth quarter, Uncle Steve. Well, y'all here, man.
Hey,
y'all here, man. All right, chat. Y'all need to chat. Y'all drop a question for Uncle Steve tonight and JR. Cause we got 10 more minutes.
B. Watts, you can't tell me that Miss Johnson and Miss Smith don't know football. Because when they hitting you with things, man, they smoking. When Miss Johnson tell me something, I'm like, I'm listening. E.F. Hutton. When Miss Smith say something, and her husband, I can tell he listens because she get on his. She the boss. She the boss. She Bruce Springsteen, which is good. And keep on educating us and providing us feedback because when I say y'all on point, y'all are on point. And don't ever tell JR he right. Hell, he don't hear that too often anyway.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Hey, Steve.
Don't do it. Don't do
it. Miss Elma Johnson got a JR and a boxing glove. I don't know if she's trying to say his last name or she's trying to knock his ass out. JR. Hey, man. She put JR, but then she put a boxing glove. I think she's trying to knock him out.
I think she's trying to hit him. She's trying to hit him.
Oh, boy. But look at check this out, Steve. When it comes to the offense, what would you like to see different than we saw last year? Because right now, I don't think I see difference. They rolling the quarterbacks out. So
Well, I see something different. They had two running backs back there. They had two running backs back there. They had a receiver back there. I think tight end. They haven't shown you a lot of it after the first practice, but tight end play is going to be crucial. And what I think is going on right now, they're getting a lot of injuries, man. So I think that injury bug has hit them, and because of that injury bug, I think that's preventing some of the schemes that you will see. So it's pressure. When you saw Byron Leftwich back there, whether he's coming or not coming, I'm just letting you know. I can promise you, you are not going to see that vanilla offense that you saw last year. You're going to see a more advanced offense as far as scheming and things like that, because what you do see, which I love, I see a lot of checkdowns, and that's all I want to see. If they get 2 and 3 yards with the playmakers they have, it gives them an opportunity to make big plays down the field, and it prevents us from all of those negative plays. I do not want to see those negative plays. Get them young men, get the ball out fast, get it to the playmakers, and let them make play and let them do what they do. And then the next thing, if we run the ball, this is what I really want to see. If we run the ball like we did last year against BYU in that bowl game, 2 times in a row, Micah ran the ball and got a first down. He didn't get it back no more. I need consistency when it comes to running that football. I want us to do like Michigan did against Ohio State. One of the best defensive lines in college, which you had at Ohio State, and Michigan ran it down their throat. They consistently ran that football, and that's what I like to see. Back to you, B-Watch.
all right, Jay, I've been playing this video of Warren Sapp dissect his information that he's putting out there. We got about 8 more minutes.
Did you find it seamless to teach the game?
And I'll give you the prime example. It's Tafiq. Tafiq, oh my God, he drove me crazy. Just lit me up every day. Every day he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing that. I said, all right, son, I'm going to stop trying to teach you what I know, and I'm going to go with what you know, because that seems to work for you. So if it works for you, but what I need from you is to be disciplined, not off sides, getting off that ball, in the backfield, penetrating. If you can do that, then you can do all that Aki stuff you like. And we took off from that point on, because he was not coming over to my side, so I had to come over to his side. And like I said, they're not all the same. I can't cookie cut them. He's the one nut I let go crazy. The rest of them, you will conform. And then one of them went in there and did the move the other day, and Tafiq looked at him and said, I'm only allowed to do that move. I said, see, even he knows it. So it's a partnership. And I always tell them it's not a family. Football is not a family, because if a family's walking down the street and the baby's lagging behind, we all gonna make sure that baby's safe, right? That's what a family does. A brotherhood of men, you twist an ankle, blow a knee, we moving the drill on you. You must be held accountable. So it's a brotherhood of men. We're gonna hold you accountable for every snap you play around here, and we're gonna grade it, and we're gonna go accordingly.
JR, he said Taki Thomas couldn't get what he was teaching, so he had to come to his side. What do you think about that kind of coaching?
Man, that's good coaching, man. Look, I've had the pleasure of instructing throughout my career and things like that in the medical career field, and it's the same way, man. I could teach you what I know, but if you're not picking up what I'm teaching you, so I have to reevaluate myself as an instructor, as a coach, as a teacher. One, am I teaching you the right information? Once I get past that point, yes, I'm giving you the right information. Now, is it connecting with the person, the player? Is it connecting in a way that they can perform what I'm teaching? And if I sit down and I have a discussion with a candidate that's coming through our program to say, okay, let me better understand you and the things that you know and the qualities that you present that can put you in this great space of physical therapy. Let me understand your mindset of what you know. Okay, now let me build off of that. That's the same thing Coach Sapp is doing. He's building off what Tafiq Thomas knows. And the best way to be as productive as possible on the field is to perfect the craft. Now, if you can perfect something that you already good at and you can continuously do that, that's bread and butter, baby. And so you're going to see that we saw it towards the end of the year, the way Taufiq Thomas kind of took off.
Right.
And that's what Coach Sapp was alluding to. Hey, I'm coming in. I'm teaching the players what I know. I got to the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to teach you what I know, and that can get you there. That's not always the same pathway for every player. As simple as that. So that shows the growth of Coach Sapp, and that shows the growth of that player and overall of the program. We're not just cookie cutter here. I'm going to teach you abilities that, one, you'll pick up, but at the same time, if you're telling me you can do something really well a certain way, well, let me help you perfect, because I'm the professional. I'm the subject matter expert in this. So let me adapt. Let me learn what you do really well. Let me perfect what you do really well of what you told me, and I'm going to put you in the best position to be successful. So salute to Coach Sapp for doing that, because, you know, a lot of people in the teaching profession and the coaching profession, they staunch in their ways. They'll just stay there and, hey, it's damaged goods. Get them out of here. Coach Sapp saw deeper, and you saw how Taufiq took off towards the latter end of last year.
Hey, this is what I say. That's a life lesson he just taught. Y'all, but if I were people, I would really play that back again and just listen to it, because it's a life lesson. In relationships, you can take what he just said and use that in relationships. When you're working at the job, you can take what he just said and use that. All he told you was he's meeting people where they're at. That's all he told you. I'm meeting you where you at. As a husband, I'm meeting my wife where she's at. And as a wife, she's meeting me at where I'm at. As a football coach, I'm meeting you where you're at. I'll give you an example. If you got a linebacker and your linebacker has been with you 3 or 4 years, and you see he ain't getting certain things that you're talking about, you might want to find out what he knows and then meet him where he's at, so that you can say, hey, he does this well. And with any person, this is what I'll tell you. If I got players and I can't replace those players at that particular time, I'm going to find out what you know and how well you can do what you do, and then we can work from there. Okay, well, I'll build you from here. Okay, we can use that move, but we'll add this and this with it to make you very productive for what we need to do. But you still keep your principles, and your principles are this. When what you're saying, your principles are, you still have to make sure you hold the edge, those type things. That don't change. How you do it, it's definitely, you can do it any way you want to. If you want to put your hat on this way, you want to put your hat on that way, you want to put your hat on that way, it's still putting your hat on your head. So don't go on the particulars, but great job by Warren Sapp. It ain't about him. It's about the kids. It's about getting better, and that's what he's doing. Back to you, B. Watts.
Check this out, Steve. You just mentioned, I just thought about what you said. Got a lot of players injured. How do we get so many players injured so fast? And
Well,
we just came off off season.
You just came up all season, but what you got to realize, those players are used. If you look at the way he's teaching speed, and when you're teaching speed and you got players that this is their first time doing it, man, you're gonna have some of those injuries, because they're now using muscles that they weren't using before. You know, they're moving now. It ain't no, they coming in a half and doing doing these drills this way. Swayze is doing things different. So, and you also have it sometimes. Football is different, man. Football, sometimes you're going to have it where it's just, man, it seems like injury just coming. And then you're going to have it where you ain't got none. So with that being said, that's just football. But if it's something dealing with how you're practicing and how you're mismanaging weights and things like that, that's something you can change. But football is one of those things, man, when you got young kids running. And then another thing with those young kids, sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to do. When you tell them, hey, are you okay? They're not telling you the truth. And then you'll have it if you're telling you need to be drinking this, this, and this. Are they doing it? Are they getting to their treatments? So it's one of those things where it's going to happen, but the key is you don't want major injuries. Those little tweaking stuff, that's okay. Get them back and then go from there. But I like what they say. It's you're making observe what you have, look at it, and what you have to say is this. Look what Coach Prime did. Coach Prime is protecting them. Coach Prime said, man, we down quite a few people. We need to do this, and this. So he's protecting them. But what you are going to have, the expectation ain't going to change. Coach Prime them is old school. You got to hit. You got to practice, and you got to practice hard. So those things aren't going to change. So with that being said, hey, it is what it is. You just got to be smart with your players and just keep having them in there to understand, get your treatment, eat right, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, but don't do like Hulk Hogan, but do the rest. Back to you, B-Watts.
Oh man, look at you, man. Before I let y'all go, yeah, don't drink no more of that, big dog. Don't drink no more of that, man. Look at here, check this out, JR. Pick it off that, JR. Steve don't make me law. You know I'm old. I'm getting old. I don't lose my sense of thought. Look at him. When you look at practice so far, you know, I think I had a problem. I think me and Greg were talking about this last year. They keep thudding all the time. And when you get in that game, they was back there in the backfield, but they forget how to tackle, man. Football, hey, look here, man. When I went to practice, man, man, we hit. They hit me. I was a quarterback. They still hit me. I mean, down to the ground. I know you don't want to hurt. I understand not the quarterback. But, bro, them linebackers need to learn how to hit. They need to hit and bring them down to the ground. Them defensive titans need to learn how to hit and bring them down to the ground. Them running backs need to feel how going down to the ground. So when you look at that, is that a big concern to y'all? Third all the time?
Yeah, B-Watts, yeah, man. It's a concern for me just due to physicality of the team. You know,
Think about Kansas, how they ran the ball on us.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to replicate physicality when you're not being, physical. That's hard to do. Dan Quinn, head coach of Detroit Lions, when he first got there, in the NFL, that's kind of like a system that they use. I done been to a few NFL practices. They do a lot of thudding throughout the season and things like that. And Dan Quinn was like, look, guys, we finna be tackling, we finna be doing this. And you could kind of hear some of the rumbles of the players. It's out there on one of those HBO series when they was featuring Detroit Lions. And he said, look, you gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing this to set the tone. I'm doing this to create an environment of toughness for our team, something that I feel as though we lacking. So he said that a year prior. They went on, they missed the playoffs by a game. But that technique that he used is still followed true. The following year, they was the belle of the ball, Detroit Lions. One of the picks to win the Super Bowl. Literally a game away. I mean, they lost to who did they lose? I believe they lost to the Commanders or something like that. A game away from being in the NFC Championship, something like that. Yeah. But they turned it around. That's the moral to the story. They turned it around. It became a physical team. So that is cause for concern for me. But that's simply as a fan. But Coach Prime and that coaching staff get paid a lot of money to make those decisions, to protect those players, and to make sure we get you to a point where we're still getting you properly trained. And who knows, we might get to fall camp and they may be, ramping it up to do some more tackling to get them prepared, get their bodies more prepared for when we get in that back end of that season, that fall camp type of situation. But yeah, B.Y. simply answered your question. It's a concern for me, man. As a fan, I'm concerned.
I'm concerned, but Dan Quinn won the head coach of the Detroit Lions, though. But that's okay.
Right.
He's not, but that's okay. He's the head coach of the Washington Commanders. But that's but I know the coach you're talking about. I forgot his name. He talking about biting kneecaps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's that coach. But with that being said, JR, I think you're on to something. That's a delicate decision as a coach. Do I want to try to stay healthy, or do I want to, create this physicality? Now, if it's me, this was what I would do. I would go on certain days, we're going to hit, period. I wouldn't do it all the time, but I would come and especially if I had a performance like we did with that Kansas State, them games, you could say whatever everybody injured, you're getting hit too. The only person who ain't getting hit is the quarterback. And that's what I would do, because you have, what I'm saying is this, B-Watch, you have to create that physicality. It has to be in you. That if you listen to Coach Dre, you listen to Coach Dre talk, he'll tell you all the time, them Florida boys. It's just something in them sometimes. It ain't nothing you talk about. It's just in them. If you wanna get in that mud and wrestle, we can wrestle. If you want to talk, we can talk. It ain't no talking. So with that being said, I think sometimes you have to go and you have to get away from that thudding up. It's cute. I need you to hit somebody in the mouth. I need them to feel it. And when they feel it, they ain't going to be tiptoeing. They're going to play football. And if they don't need to be in Colorado. But don't do it all the time, because you do it all the time, you're going to get injuries, and that defeats the purpose. Back to you, B-Watch.
All right, JR. Just your last word. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Sports Talk with B-Watch. Only thing I ask that you do, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Sports Talk with B-Watch. It'll let you know whenever I go live, whenever I drop a video, and also hit that bell notification. It'll let you know everything whenever I go live, anything like that. Hey, also, if you have a business or you work for a company, tell your boss they want to be a sponsor. A Sports Talk with B-Watch on Tuesday night. Hit me and JR and Uncle Steve up, and we will take care of their business for them on Tuesday night. Will y'all do that for me? I appreciate it. Also, tomorrow night I'll be doing my solo at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday, Greg said it. Friday, I might do something Friday. I'll be back Saturday. Coach Dre Sunday. With Steve come in a little 30 minutes again on Sunday. He don't know it, but hey, he trying to turn his head, Miss Elton Johnson. Yeah. He looking out there talking about start shaking. You better shake some salt. Don't be shaking no liquor. Go ahead, matter of fact, I need you and JR Sunday. Come on in for 30 minutes. Talk to me, JR. End the show, buddy.
Look, hey, again, I appreciate you, B-Wise, Uncle Steve, getting on this space, man, talking some good sports, man. Everybody in the chat, salute, appreciate the love, thanks for the support. And B-Watts, I did like a little tally tonight, to say how many times JR was right and B-Watts was right. So I got you 3-1. 3-1 tonight. I got you. So, I just got to put that out there,
Hey, Steve.
Y'all be hard on your boy.
Hey,
But
Steve.
I was right 3 times tonight. I got B-Watts. He had it once. So I just got to put that out there. But salute to everybody, man.
Hey,
I hope y'all have a good night.
he need to get something right, cause he last Thursday. He couldn't even make it. He couldn't even make a sentence out. I could have got my daughters on last night on Thursday.
Hey, was he mute like you was mute the first 10
Yeah, he was mute. He was mute. Go ahead, Big Dog.
I want to thank everybody out there in podcast land. Y'all are fantastic. Miss Johnson, you are something special. Miss Smith, you're something special.
All right, Coach Dre, that talk to y'all, Steve and Jay. We'll see y'all Sunday. Leave for 30 minutes at 8:30.
Coach Dre, you make it do what it do. What I will say is this here, it's a beautiful thing about life. Congrats to those astronauts who got back down here, being up there for 9 months up there in the stars and the moons and all that other stuff. So it's always glad to see them come home. But for everybody out there, keep a smile on your face. And I tell you, boy, you got some beautiful people out there with the beautiful smiles. Y'all keep smiling, keep living life to the fullest, and enjoy yourself. And B-Watts, I already told you my hour operation, baby boy. Coach Dre called me up. When Coach Dre called, I'm there. B-Watts, you got my hours of operation. If you don't understand that, I'm going to say it to you again. My hours of operation are. God bless y'all. Be good. Be watch. Hit that music and close.
And keeping it to ourselves. So all of you, if you haven't, all of you need to go and post our church service on your Facebook page. I have some friends, as I alluded to last week, that some of them got jealous because I didn't call them. So Be Watch down in Georgia, Coach Dre down in Florida, welcome to the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church of Sacramento, California.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
This elbow causes most fumbles because as you get tired, it gets lower, and there's only one way to make sure this elbow never go up. You know how? Because physically it can't happen. If you put your thumb in your chest, that elbow will always be up. That quarterback's in here and you're going this way, that's going to keep you from getting quarterback. Those feet will never get tangled up. Outside zone, we step here. I don't want you to, some of y'all do this, some of y'all do that.
You're catching the ball up here. You're catching the ball up here. You gotta catch up here. You're using this. It's impossible to look the ball in when you catch it that high. Watch. Yeah. When you catch it that high, you can't look it in. Yeah, you can't look it in. It's impossible.
Hey, listen to him, man. He's one of the greatest ever do it. Like he ain't ever had no help. He ain't ever had no help.
True. I was not one of the greatest. I was the greatest. One of the greatest. They're gonna throw me in the bush. No.
I know it's early, but what's your evaluation about that offensive front here early on?
My evaluation is that we're finna run the ball every game. And we're going to do and oppose our will this year. We put a big emphasis on running the ball this year. We didn't really do good at that at all, but you got guys like Trav, LeJohn, Shepard, who doesn't want to throw the ball that much? But this year, we will run the ball and we will impose our will when we want to, how we want to, and when we want to.
Boom, get out of there. Go, Steve. Yeah, what I tell you? Hey, what I tell you? You just said it too. Let's go,
We got a program. We will be the fastest, most explosive team. Y'all gonna see. Hey, good job, man. Good job. Hey, easy money.
My name is Andrew Swayze. I'm originally from Miami, a little background. I coached at the University of Miami for over 18 years and also coached at FIU after that, and then also coached at Columbus High School.
Ready! Hey, excellent job. Hey, let's go.
The biggest thing in coaching that I think that gives me joy and pleasure is helping young men reach their goals. The weight room gives an extra edge. So I enjoy getting the guys prepared and ready to do what they've been blessed and called to do on the football field.
Good job, good job. Hey, walk. Hydrate. Arms hang and fire. Be more violent, let your arms hang. Hey, that's what I want right there. It gotta look like that.
My biggest thing is like development. One, guys taking pride in seeing their bodies change, seeing their speed change, seeing their strength levels change. That builds the confidence in their mindset. Ooh-wee. To me, everything falls on confidence, and that's what we try to do is build young men to be the best they can be, which in turn is going to help us win games and also be successful on the football field and do what we got to do.
Let's hit the 225, then we'll look at the last one. As I go down, push elbows up. Elbows up. There we go. Easy money, bro. Right there. Money, money, money.
Colorado brings in a new head strength and conditioning coach. He's the head strength and conditioning coach in Miami for 15 years, Andrew Swayze.
So what we'll do, a guy will press here and a guy will press there. Just superset it on. And then when they see changes in their body, that's what I get a kick out of.
It was kind of like really a special time in my life. It's a lot of dreams coming true, winning national titles, major BCS bowl games, and then also seeing guys reach their goals, going off and playing in the National Football League, and let alone to this day seeing guys become Hall of Famers and seeing that. So it's been quite a joy and kind of a blessing to be able to help and assist in that.
Go to Miami and go train with Swayze. Man, he like, if you just stick with me, you gonna make $100 million.
I mean, all that stuff that I built from UM has really shaped me and really got me to be able to relate. And also working at Columbus High School with the high school kids. And the thing that I know is the pathway that they're trying to get to. I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have been in the field long enough to see the process and see how they can develop and see what they can accomplish. And I tell you, it's been quite a joy to see these guys, the way they excited about each other, supporting each other. The same that I've seen over the years with all the successful teams that I've been around. So I'm excited about the opportunity, and it's great to see these guys buying into the process.
The key to the success as a coach, I'm saying as a strength coach, and I'm watching them work, they self-policed. They made sure everybody did their reps. The best players was my hardest workers. My best players was my hardest workers. My best players was the hardest workers. So the guys that we count on, you can count on them from the weight room, from conditioning. They always out front, and they the toughest. Your best players.
Understand? Remember, here's the biggest thing about greatness. Greatness thing about, man, I got it here. Now let me go on. That's what people mess up. You know what greatness is?
So you think you're doing wrong, and then you keep trying to be better, and then you're just great? Or you just do something great, and that's it?
I'm saying, but how I continue to do something good to become great at it. Like,
not mess up?
The consistency part. Like, once you master this form or this deal, I just need you to keep repeating that same deal.
So you don't mess up?
Yeah, so be a master at the fundamentals. If you become a master at that technique, you want it. It's very, very important. Like, you have to be a master of fundamentals. Like, everybody think it's this extra. No, it's being great at the basics. Be real, real good at your basics. It's like the point. Now I want you to master it to where it's second nature. So now I'm out there breaking, I'm driving. Everything becomes natural.
On top 300. Somebody that Colorado identified and said,